Hello and welcome back to part 2 of this mini series of building my town scene. Now if you've not seen part 1, you can catch up on that video and you can see where I left off when I was actually creating a new car park, and I've made that all out of balsa wood. Now I've actually finished the car park, it's all done, and I've painted it all up, and I've put all the decoration, everything I needed to do, which I'll explain to you in a second. So there was another building that I wanted to do, which I didn't tell anyone about, but I think you've got the idea from the title screen. So what we'll do is have a look at our car park, and then we'll have a look at our other building, and you can see where we've got up to. So here we have the car park. I'm going to move the mini out, otherwise it will come flying out. So there you go, she's all done, all painted and sprayed. Now it's all sprayed in car sprays and a grey primer, and I've used resin to sort of fill the gaps in, like a fiberglass resin, just the red stuff, and then just sort of sanded it down and made it really sort of smooth. And that's the good thing with these primers, you can sand them down several times and get a smooth finish to them. I've painted inside with Woodland Scenics greys, and that's sort of come out quite well, given an effect. Might do a bit more on that at the moment, but as is, I'm happy with it for the moment. I can always pick up on this project going forward. All the brickwork and all the dressings of the signs and that sorry, I've created on PowerPoint. So I went out with my camera taking pictures of brickwork, modern brickwork, and I've just sort of patched these pattern together, and I've got a nice sheet of how I want it to be. It's taken me a little bit of time, but I've got a bespoke sheet if I wanted to print out any more. And then I've added the doors, again added different tones to the doors in different shapes. So I've made all these stickers and posters and all that kind of thing to make it look prototypical. Then we've added our little cars, a little mini should go in there, but it'll roll out, so I'm not going to put that in. Now I was going to add some lighting, and the lighting I was going to add was obviously going to be 12 volt, but I thought I'd add something a little bit different to this. The lighting that I've currently added is a Christmas tree thing that I got in the range, I think it was, something like that. And I just peeled off the, I don't know what was on there, some sort of something on top of it. I just peeled them off, and I've got these nice little lights that I've hidden inside the building. Now when you look at it that way, you get sort of like different glows. There's probably about 6 lights on there, not many. It's just probably a couple of foot, but enough to put light in this building where I need it to be. And I think that works out quite well. If you put the mini back in there, get different shines, different levels. I think that looks good. So that's that. Come out mini. So the reason why I done this in this particular style was so you didn't have to wire in electrics anywhere and drill holes and different power switches and running power to places. You could pretty much make this and have this sitting on your layout nice and safely, and if you left it on, the batteries would just run out and then you'd have to replace it. At the end of the day, it's a, you know, I haven't paid any money for this yet. I think I paid £1 for the lights from a Halloween sale, something like that I think they were. And yeah, certainly looks good. Right, so for the update of what I was building, I took some foam board. I forgot the name of it then. You can see this stuff here is about 6mm thick. You can get this in white, you can get it in black. I'm not sure if they're doing it in colours, but it's good for artists, that kind of thing. Good for building with. It's just like a little bit of foam in the centre there, and like card on the outside, and it's compressed together, and it's really great for building structures. So as you can see, I've created this block of flats, my box of flats it's turned into at the moment, and I've just printed out some doors and windows that I've made on PowerPoint. So I've all made these myself. Okay, so we've got all the components sprayed up and she's ready to go on. So I'm going to start adding them and start making this into a block of flats. Okay, so this is the town scene. This is my latest building, and it was the block of flats that I kept a little bit secret, which you can see now. This is actually made slightly different than using the balsa wood. I've actually used this foam board, and you can buy this from any hobby store, online, arts materials, H Smiths, anywhere like that. I think Ryman's, blah blah blah, anywhere you can get this. It's not very expensive, but it's actually a good product to create a solid sort of box structure. And this is all it is a box structure. You can see I've got lights in there, and I've put them on so you can see inside. Again, using the battery packs and the Christmas tree lighting. It's the only way I can explain what they are. Whether they're Halloween, Christmas tree, I really don't know. They were just all broken bits, and I just picked them up £1 a time. So I've got, you know, a nice little bit of lighting in all my buildings. Now you can see I've made this very low relief this side, and this one's very structured, a little bit solid. Now the reason was to sort of give a bit more integrity and to hold up this side, and that was the whole way I built it. And this would be the elevator side. So let's put that back in there, and that hides the battery packs. Now having battery packs is really nice because I haven't got to put any power. If I put power underneath here, it would be a load of wires, and you'd see that if I run a camera underneath. And it was then running power to this section, so it's completely taken away putting any kind of electrics into this whole area by just having these little battery packs. If I switch the light off, you should see there you've got the little lights in that flat, and then this one here you've got some lights there. And again, I've just added paper behind them as blinds, and I've just coloured them in orange pen, that kind of thing, done dots. Again, this was all made with PowerPoint, same as the brickwork as before. So that's our little block of flats. That's come out really well, and that's going to sit there. Going to do some garden sort of bits here and greenery. That's the next phases on this. I think we'll add our car park. Let's see what that now looks like. And this now sits in pride and all the paving. Oops, sorry. Which will go something like that, and that'll tuck underneath there. And I think, as you can see, let's take the camera off the stand. Okay, so we've got the camera up close, so you can see now looks pretty effective, and it's not showing too much light, but enough that you could see a barrier and all that kind of thing. And once we get the road in place and all the barriers, and then I marked all this out, I think it will look really good. Now there was an addition. I did have a station there that I've actually put down here for the moment. I'm just having a look, see how that looks. Not sure about this, but I think something like this might even be better than that, having that up there. So I've actually put these town scene houses or shops back up, and I think that will probably make a nice little feature. And then obviously in that corner we will have a little bridge taking the road, as you see I've drawn on there, off scene, and that will conceal it. And then you'll have a sort of a courtyard bit, and then obviously gardens and that sort of thing. So it's that's the next phases of this. I need to finish this off, and then obviously finish all this bit around the side, but I had to get these in place so I knew what the actual overall look was. Let's put you back on the stand. So there you go, that's an overall shot from a distance and give you an idea what it looks like. And with them little battery packs, they light up quite nicely, and but literally there's no electrics underneath any of that, so nothing's in the way. And if the batteries go, I just replace them. I don't have to have the lights on. So for the time being, it looks good, and certainly is a quick fix. All I need to do is sort of lift the back scene up a little bit more. I've got lots to do on it still, but I think in itself it's certainly coming together quite nicely. So that's part 2 come to an end, and all that's left for me to do is to crack on with part 3 and finish off all that town scenic area, all the greeneries, all the groundwork, and then finish off all the brickwork. I know, busy times. And then we've got part 4, which will be the ballasting, and then the final reveal, the whole project, which I'm really quite excited for, and it'll be quite exciting to see that final look of everything. So anyway, take care of yourselves, and as we will say, happy modelling, and I shall catch you on part 3. Cheerio. So that's part 2, and all that's left for me to do is to crack on with part 3, get all that scenics done, all the groundwork, all the greenery, add some trees, all that kind of thing, and finish off all the brickwork. Once I've done that, we'll be on to part 4, which will be the ballasting and finishing off that whole scene and do a final reveal. And I'm really quite excited to see that, and I think that will be a really good one. So anyway, what's left for me to say is take care of yourselves, and I shall catch you all very soon. Cheerio, guys.